Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely pumped to have you here today because we're going to unpack a massively popular fitness routine. We're diving deep into Cult Fit's guide to core conditioning, specifically an intense routine led by trainer Tiffany. If you're a focused learner looking to understand the exact mechanics, the structure, and the real lifestyle commitments it takes to tackle stubborn midsection fat, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down this source material step by step so you know exactly what it takes to succeed.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Can you really lose belly fat in just 7 days? I mean, it's a bold, provocative question, right? And it's exactly the hook the source material uses to grab our attention. But as you'll see as we go through this explainer, the trainer's approach to this whole 7 days concept isn't about some magic trick. It's really about creating a highly structured, super intense launch pad for your fitness journey. It's all about seeing what actually happens to your body when you apply a very specific formula of movement and discipline for one focused week. So here's our playbook for today. First, the 7-day challenge. Second, the 8 core movements. Third, scaling your workout. And finally, beyond the mat. All right, jumping right in. Section 1, the 7-day challenge. Committing to the process. So the number 7. This is literally the anchor of the entire program. The trainer, Tiffany, specifically demands that you show up and perform this exact sequence for 7 consecutive days. This isn't just a casual one-and-done kind of workout. The source material is super clear on this. To start seeing actual, tangible changes in your body and to build a genuinely stronger core, consistency over this continuous 7-day block is your absolute baseline requirement. You've got to put in the reps day after day. Moving on to Section 2, the 8 core movements, a macroscopic view of the routine. And this brilliantly illustrates the complete roadmap of the workout itself. The whole routine is built on exactly 8 hand-picked movements. We kick things off with full-body conditioning, your jumping jacks and mountain climbers. Then, we move into isolation holds like the elbow plank. Target the lower abs with flutter kicks, spike that heart rate right back up with high knees, and then finish out strong with the Russian twist, leg tuck-ins, and bicycle crunches. But here is the real kicker. Every single movement requires an intense 45-second burst of continuous work. It's a relentless pace, specifically designed to create maximum burn. Let's zoom in on one of the foundational static holds from the routine, the elbow plank. The trainer is incredibly precise about the mechanics here. Your elbows absolutely must be directly under your shoulders, and your body needs to be in one perfectly straight line. No lifting those hips too high or letting them sag. You have to actively squeeze the abs, and Tiffany drops a really fascinating tip here. Keeping your palms apart and pressed flat onto the ground, instead of clasping your hands together like a lot of people do, actually makes the hold significantly harder. You just have to suck that belly in and breathe your way through those 45 seconds. Next up, we've got flutter kicks. For this one, you sit back, extend your feet out, and keep your torso upright at an angle, making sure you've got a neutral neck and your shoulders are rolled back. Then you just alternate those legs up and down. Now, the trainer warns right up front that this specific 45-second interval is going to put your core literally on fire. And when that happens, her number one instruction is simply, remember to breathe. It's so easy to just hold your breath when an exercise gets tough, but consistent breathing is exactly what fuels your muscles through the burn. All right, Section 3, scaling your workout, making the movements work for you. So let's look at how we can adapt these movements, starting with high knees. The crucial point here is that scaling down still totally works toward your ultimate goal. It's not a failure, it's a smart adjustment. If you need to scale down, you simply march in place. You skip the hop, you keep it slow, and you take it easy on your joints. But if you're ready to scale up and really push the intensity, you get up on your toes, you hop, you move much faster, and you actively swing your arms to generate extra momentum. Basically, you're entirely in control of the pace. We see this exact same principle applied to the Russian twist. Now, the trainer explicitly notes this one is great for targeting those obliques, the classic love handles. If you need to scale this down, just keep your heels planted firmly on the ground while you twist your tall torso from side to side. Simple as that. But to scale it up, you lift those heels completely off the floor. Doing this forces your core to work double time just to keep you balanced while you twist. It's a tiny adjustment, but man, it totally changes the game. And finally, let's check out leg tuck-ins. With this movement, the difficulty is pretty much entirely dictated by what you do with your hands. To scale down, you just plant your hands right next to your hips on the mat for support as you push your legs out and pull your knees to your chest. If you need to, you can even drop down completely. But to scale up, you take those hands entirely off the ground. Suddenly, pulling those knees to your chest requires maximum, completely unsupported core engagement. Okay, let's move to section 4, Beyond the Mat, the essential lifestyle multipliers.
Now, what's really interesting about these lifestyle rules is that they reveal the whole picture. Because honestly, those intense 45-second bursts of exercise on the mat, they mean absolutely nothing if your off-mat habits are a mess. The trainer is totally adamant about this. You must follow the rate nutrition. You have to actively avoid foods packed with trans fats, and you've got to skip the sugary stuff. Plus, physical recovery isn't just suggested, it's mandated, meaning plenty of restful sleep and staying highly hydrated. These are your lifestyle multipliers. The workout itself is just the spark, but these daily habits, that's the actual fuel that burns the fat.
And that brings us to this incredibly grounding quote from Tiffany. Things happen over time and not overnight. I love this because it provides such a vital reality check. We started this explainer with that provocative 7-day hook, but the trainer herself makes it crystal clear. Be patient with yourself. Sure, 7 days will absolutely get you a stronger core and make you feel much fitter. But true, deep, lasting transformation, that is a product of time, patience, and unwavering consistency. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Are you ready to commit to the 7-day challenge and the lifestyle changes that follow? You've got the complete playbook now, the movements, the scaling options, and the lifestyle multipliers. But ask yourself this. Once you conquer these first 7 days, what are you going to demand of yourself on day 8? The foundation gets built here, but where you take it next is entirely up to you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep moving.